There's recognition, there's LEOcoin, there's LEOcrowd, there's event updates, there's training, value pack promotion, and Leo banking to give you a quick update about. And from my perspective, the business is in an incredible place now because we have people who are engaging all over the place, and you'll see that as we go through. But in the first instance, we have this gentleman here, Zhiyi Zhang, and he is the brother of one of our strongest emerging leaders in the Chinese-speaking markets. And this gentleman came to our executive trip, so he qualified as an executive, went to Dubai, and in the period since March then, he's qualified himself up to director, so he's really flying, and it's a milestone achievement to get to the director position. They get so much reward and benefits from that, but they also become one of our trusted leaders and people that we want to work with and want to tie ourselves in with. So very, very well done you. He is an absolute powerhouse, and I'm sure that you will meet him at some of the events coming up. We also have an old hand who's a young man called Mr. Aziz, and he's qualified now as a marketing director. So he went director first, and then he basically doubled his business, or four-doubled his business, and became a marketing director just last week. And he's one of the most positive, dynamic people that we have the privilege of being in business with. So well done, Mr. Aziz. Congratulations, and I look forward to meeting you at some of our events out there in the world to congratulate you in person and shake your hand. Now, the LEOcoin market update, I'll just do you a quick one here because I particularly, as you know, I track the volume and I track the engagement in terms of what people are doing with our platform. Just this morning, we had someone that went on to LEOcoin, the exchange there, and they dumped interestingly, they dumped 50,000 Leo coins and sold them, and so the price had been on a steady trajectory upwards, and then suddenly this morning it did a little hiccup because someone was kind of foolish enough to sell 50,000 Leo coins in one kind of hit, and of course the price, he didn't realize the best price for them, and he kind of affected the markets. But what was interesting was that the markets have already increased and rallied round, so even when people are trying to dump Leo coins, they can't affect the underlying stability and the underlying strength of our position at the moment. Now, clearly, all of us want to be at £1, at £2, at £5, and £10, but that is coming. If you look at the trend from DA/BTC, the Chinese exchange that is doing some of the highest volume in our business, the underlying trend there is very, very strong and very, very much upwards. We are so close now to the upgrade that we've decided to make some steps and make some changes to the LEOxChange, because there's kind of a little bit of a built-in thing where we're going to go through to record volumes. We have more platforms that are selling LEOcoin than ever before, and we have an underlying strength, and we have an underlying stability pitch for LEOcoin. So since 2014, our coin has defied every expectation to be a scam coin, to be a pump and dump scheme, to be something. We've had people that engage with us and we're talking it out 1 minute, and the next minute they leave, and they're not affecting the underlying validity of our coin, the underlying strength and the underlying foundation, which is what it is. We all want it to be higher, and I'm telling you people, it's coming higher next. Because the upgrade, we're testing now the beta versions, and we're testing the wallets, and people are sending private messaging to each other over the blockchain and over the wallet. We have the full test going on privacy mode, and so all of the enhancements that takes our coin now to the leading edge of digital currencies are working. It's a little bit clunky here and there. There's a few sort of bells and whistles that we still want to sort of polish up. But when the coin goes to the upgrade in the next few days, in the next week, in the next 10 days, maybe stretching it out to 2 weeks, suddenly you will see a massive interest in LEOcoin from new markets, because people are already clocking us, people are already tracking us, people are already aware of us, and of course we want to get some of the bigger exchanges to pick us up, and all of that is being worked on. But just on the basis of now being a technologically advanced coin instead of just a credible coin, that will take us to a place that will make your head spin, is my feeling. So therefore, we are making some changes and improvements to the exchange. with the immediate effect, we have already reduced trading fees from 1% down to 0.2%, because I know that this was a beef that people had, that they didn't like the fact that we had a high trading fee, so we've dropped that down. Our B2C withdrawal fees goes from 3% to 1%, and of course LEOcoin remains 0%. The minimum B2C fee goes from 0.001 to 0.002, which covers the increased mining fees that we're seeing in Bitcoin transactions. To get your transactions through, you have to pay a bit of a premium, so that's what that's about. And we've also increased the withdrawal limits to quote-unquote unlimited. It actually is 100,000 Leo coins that you can now withdraw at tier 3 and 4, because we are seeing that we're going to have increased liquidity, we're going to have increased trading volume going on, so we're just getting the LEOxChange ready. We've got the LEOxChange ready in terms of its technical capabilities, we've got it ready in terms of compliance. Now we are today getting it ready for trading, because while we have 6 or 7 or 8 other exchanges where you can buy and sell LEOcoin, LEOxChange is the one that we control, that's part of the Leo ecology, if you like. So you can be sure that there's no hanky-panky going on there, and there's kind of no pump and dump schemes, or at least if there are, we'll be aware of them. We wanted to get LEOxChange ready so that we can sort of make sure that we can service our members and look after them well. Now, we also have a major announcement on LEOcrowd, where we're introducing member commission now. Now, that means that you can earn a commission from promoting LEOcrowd, and that means that when you introduce someone who introduces a successful project onto our platform, we will give you 1% of the funds that they raise. Now, like I said a few months ago, while we have small projects on there, 1% is fine. It's kind of a thank you, and it's a handshake for that. But if as we're seeing increasingly, we start to get bigger and bigger projects on there, this 1% could be massive, because people have said for many, many years in this industry, I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's effort than 100% of my own efforts. And that is exactly what this reflects. If you have a contact, if you know someone who wants a crowdfunding platform, recommend them to LEOcrowd, and we will say thank you to you. The other thing that we're noticing is that we're acting as a business incubator on LEOcrowd. In other words, we're helping a lot of people who have kind of slimline knowledge of how to set up a business. So therefore, it's kind of a fairly intense hand-holding going on of some of our project creators, for some of our project creators. So we've created a series of products around that. And if they buy the full consultancy package, which I think from memory is something like £1,200, we will give you 1,000 BP on that product sale, and we will give you a direct sales bonus of £200 for someone who purchases that. So if you introduce someone to the platform, they purchase this as a product, we will give you a direct sales commission, and it will go into the network, and it will go into the compensation plan. The other thing that will be quite cool about that is that you will receive a new member in the team, because that's how we track and monitor that. So part of the terms and conditions will be that a member who comes onto LEOcrowd who's introduced by you will be a new member in your team, and so anything that happens subsequently, if there's any tie-in with the Leo business or tie-ins with product sales in the future, you'll get something there as well. If you go to the LEOcrowd platform, you can go to the Start a Project page, and you'll see more information about this. But this is something that when we discussed this in Guadeloupe with our people over there, they were very, very excited by it. So the platform is now available in both French and Chinese, and so that means that we're starting to just get some legs on this international expansion that we want this to be. We want this to be a global platform where we can connect project creators with investors everywhere in the world without regard to boundaries, through, of course, digital currencies and LEOcoin and Bitcoin, etc. We're seeing a lot of good momentum now on different projects. And we're having projects being created in China and in Europe and in the UK and in Canada. I'm particularly fond of this LEOcoin Dark Tea project, because in my office in pride of place is this black LEOcoin thing that's pressed, that is actually formed and shaped out of kind of tea. So this is high-end tea, kind of highly valuable. People often keep these things almost as an investment because they're sort of fairly rare and refined tea that goes into these things, and they become more valuable over time. But more interestingly, it's just a cool thing that we can now have a Leo LEOcoin coin in the Chinese black tape. So support that one, because the rewards there are very, very cool and very, very good. And it's a memento and something that you should have in your Leo office. We did these events, as I mentioned, in Guadeloupe, and there's a real enthusiasm of crowdfunding over there, because there's lots of entrepreneurs that are finding that they're walking into a dead end when it comes to banks and when it comes to funding of business ideas and business projects. So the idea that we can get project creators to come onto LEOcrowd platform, get a small benefit ourselves, and they saw this synergy, and they saw how a business dedicated to entrepreneurship, there's a very logical place for this LEOcrowd in our ecology, and that's what we're seeing as well, that the LEOcrowd is moving forward now, and we're developing very, very strongly now into the compliance for property, to have a property platform where people can create a property development project that you can participate in, and where your investment will be secured by the assets of the property or the land or the house or the bricks and the mortar. So this is a very, very cool thing coming soon. Now, David Johnston on the 26th of this month is going to Canada, and he's doing some LEOcrowd stuff over there, both looking at projects for Leo and LEOcrowd, as well as doing a training in the Canadian office. So make sure that you get people that you have over in that place for the 26th to come to the Leo Toronto office, and you can get more information on the contact details on your screen. Today is Monday, and next Monday we're traveling to Morocco to meet with our global leaders to discuss over a 3-day agenda how to enhance and take the Leo business to the next level. I've got some very, very kind of top secret ideas that I want to share with the leaders, and I also know that the leaders, with all of their experience, will have views. So speak to your leader, speak to your upline leader, and there's going to be a person somewhere up in your genealogy that's coming to Marrakesh. There's only going to be 10 of them there, but you would then have the chance to put forward your ideas if you have anyone in particular, because this will be a combination of a workshop and a management meeting and a brainstorming session, and I've got some groundbreaking ideas that will be quite revolutionary, but I want to stress test by pitching it to our leaders from a global level in Marrakesh next week. Côte d'Ivoire, July 15th, Graham Kent and trainers are going to be in Côte d'Ivoire to do a very special live seminar. This is the market that I went to 6 weeks ago or something, and there was 885 people there for Discover Leo. So this is going to be a very, very strong training session, and get more information in your back office and reserve this date for now. The Dubai Executive Trip qualification for this is running out on the 30th of June. So this is within the next 2 weeks and a little bit plus. If you are anywhere near executive, just move heaven and earth to get there. If you have people in your team that want to go executive or anywhere near it, move heaven and earth to get them to executive, because the 6th to 10th of October, by popular demand, is back in Dubai and will be an amazing lifestyle opportunity. The Leo Carnival in Mauritius is in full swing, and it's very, very cool to see how this has captured the imagination of people. I had people in Guadeloupe who are going absolutely nuts for this, and they promised me a very, very high number of qualifiers, even though we have some problems that I apologize for in terms of payment solutions. There's some challenges, as always, in some of the outremas, but we do what we have. We put in place alternate solutions, and hopefully this will work out for you. But on a global level, Route 1, the discounted, or not the shortcut or the fast way, the hairy-chested way, the way that you do this in quick succession, is running out now, comes to an end on the 14th of June. Now, you need to qualify for 7 days in Paradise, because you set a momentum up in your business. So it's the 14th of June, and then it's the remainder of the qualification period until the 31st of October. So then you have a little bit more time. If you're close to developing one, see if you can push it through. If you then have to do one in the next month or two, and then another one in the parallel time, that's also extremely doable. And what we know from the past is that we will get more and more qualifiers as time moves forward towards the cutoff, towards the deadline. We wanted to get people to do some early efforts on this incentive, and it's worked incredibly well. So we have route 3 for new members. When you get someone started, get them to associate and get them to associate fast and help them break an associate so that they can also get there. And so this is what we're seeing in the business now, that we're getting massive momentum, massive movement. Now, this slide was created on Friday by the marketing team and the communication team, and actually 209 spaces left is not correct. What is actually correct is we have 191 spaces left. So that means that we're over 1/3 of the way through to the full house, if you like. And that's interesting because we're only 1/5 of the way there in terms of time. So we are definitely looking at a sellout event here, and why not? Because this is the most extraordinary thing that we've done so far in our history. This is going to be a week full of fun and relaxation. We take over a world-class resort. We have all of the facilities. I was just looking online yesterday, in fact, and I was reading about deep-sea fishing, and some of the best deep-sea fishing for marlin and shark and tuna and goodness knows what else is in Mauritius. So make sure that you get there so that you and me, we can go out fishing for marlin and have a good time and relax together after our hard work. So people who are close to qualifying, we have 140 people in Asia Pacific, we have 13 in Dubai, we have 19 in Europe. So we really have some people who are just going to make it by default, if you like. So make sure that if you want to go, qualify early. That's my only advice for you, because if you look at the next slide, we've got some 7,000, almost 8,000 people who are in the race. So that tells you a little bit about Leo at the moment, that we have some 10,000 people who are actively engaged with our business, are moving forward, moving forward, moving forward. And these people, some of them are going to be crying me a river because they didn't make it in time. So good luck to all of you, and push hard, because it's now a matter of honor. If you're a leader and you're not qualified, your team will look at you. If you want to be a leader and you don't qualify, your future team will look at you, because they'll hear stories from Mauritius and they'll wonder why you're not telling the stories. So one of the reasons that we do these incentives is to inspire you to do that heroic effort, to do that hard work, to put your life slightly out of balance for a bit, so that you can qualify for something extraordinary. Now, the business is going forward, and our business platform and our logistics and our business model is stronger than ever, because we're starting to see much and more product uptake. In our core line, we have 104 courses. In Leo Skills, we have 108 different courses, and these are courses that no one else has. These are unique materials that are developed for us, really. Well, especially in the core line, of course. And this means that we're starting to get this place where our leaders are engaging on courses, and our people are engaging on courses. And if we look at the top core line titles in May 2017, the number 1 and 2 courses are the English courses. And as you remember, this is something that was associated with Cambridge University. Fantastic course, and all of you need to take this, especially if you don't speak good English, because I want to be able to talk to you, especially when you go fishing. It'd be awful if you could only speak your language. So the number 3 course is the Certified Digital Currency Associate training, where people are learning about digital currencies in a 3-step process. The Leo Credential Coach is a new one, moving extremely well, and it obviously has a strong tie into any corporate success journey that you're on, but especially in direct selling, you are a coach. And not surprisingly, How to Close the Sale is our number 5th product in terms of people's engaging with it. We are recommending our courses in customer relations, in business success, in effective selling, in personal development, and some of these trainers and some of this material, I mean, I'm telling you, it is the best. It is absolutely fantastic. And the minute you show this to your prospect, you show this to your new person, they suddenly start to get what this business is all about. Now, we're seeing an upsurge and an uptick in people posting on Facebook and social media their certificates of completion and their accreditations that they're getting from the different courses that they're doing on the Leo platform. And again, this is fantastic, because again, it's social proof that something is going on here. all of you who have a product package, you obviously have access to all of these things and are accessing them, but do a post about it. Share people what you've learned, share people the nuggets, share people with people the golden gems that you've taken out of it. Excuse me, I got a little frog in my throat. Now, we are now also launching the Leo training system. We are a company whose products are entrepreneurship training. And as a MLM company, as a direct selling company, one of the most important things about our business is we have to train people on how to be successful, because most people come into this industry and they don't know how it works. It's trying to find the light switch in multi-level marketing. It looks so simple, but it's actually harder than it looks. Now, we are piloting this program, the Saves You Stress, Time, Energy and Money program, the system. We're piloting it this Thursday on the 15th of June. So there'll be an email coming out to you, and there's download resources in 7 different languages. Prepare for the training, because the trainer is none other than our training consultant, Mr. Andy Hansen. He's building up a following in China, where he's gone and done seminars now in, I don't know, something like 8, I think, or 7 or 8 different cities. And the members over there went absolutely nuts and have created the Andy Hansen fan club, because they've said to each other on their social media, if you're not attending Andy Hansen's training course, you are an idiot. And that's kind of fairly strong talk, but that's how strong it was. And he trained 500 people here, 600 people here, 400 people here, 500 people there, and it was a sellout everywhere he went. So he has helped us develop this system training, which is designed to take a new registered member through to what he has to do to get to the next level of the business. If that's platinum or if that's associate, it's kind of the beginning training, the fast start of how to get started. It's a 1-hour training with all the stuff to support him. And so what we're going to be doing is, the way that we run a Monday here in the UK office is that we do the GAM, this global associate meeting. We do that in the afternoon for the global audience, and then we do a Chinese version 2 hours before, or 1 hour before. And we will do the same on this training. So we'll be running a basic training. We're running this system training, and we'll do it in Chinese, and then we'll do it in English. If we get sufficient need for it, we'll do it in French, and we'll do it in Urdu, and we'll do it in all the languages, because we have plenty of trainers that can cover the ground. So spread the word about the Leo system, and look out for this email, because of course we can host many, many people. If we have a small audience, we can make it interactive. If we have a large audience, we will be able to cover the ground very, very strong. But you've got to get your new people trained. Now, we've been talking a long time about the exclusive member bonus, and this is over and above the product purchase that people make, so that we can actually make an exclusive member bonus to people. We've been warning you for a long time that this is loaded to an extent that makes it not sustainable to sort of carry on with forever. We've been in a position where we could, but now I am giving you advance warning that this will go. You're asking me when? Well, I will tell you this. It depends a little bit on factors outside of our control. And we kind of have people that monitor and track the price of LEOcoin every day. And we are close to a point where it's not sustainable for us to carry on with it. So I can tell you this for nothing. This product package will not be available, absolutely not, categorically not, in July. Now that tells you that we have another 2 weeks, maybe it's just 1 week. It depends a little bit on what happens. So this might be the week coming up here now, the last week that you have this until next Tuesday. It could be that you have it for another week, but so it's either going to finish the following Wednesday or the Wednesday after that is basically where it sits at the moment. We don't want to give you the hard date, because we want to extend it for as long as we possibly can. We should have pulled it 3 or 4 weeks ago, to be honest, but it's been nice to be able to support the new members and support your efforts out there. So you have this for another 1 week, maybe 2, and that's it, and there will be no extension of it. So this is the time to move your business. This is the time to use all the tools to help you. The Leo Smart 3.0 app, we'll present you some numbers on this next week, because the downloads have been fairly incredible, even though some markets hauntingly have not engaged with it. Leo Banking is 59 days out now. I'm going to Sweden tomorrow to have meetings with legal and IT and platform people. So this is going to be very, very interesting, critical week the next 3 days when I'm over in Sweden to discuss some of these things. And I hope next week to have some really powerful updates and maybe some screenshots to show you. But we are in full swing with Leo Banking, and very, very exciting times. People are engaging with it on the ownership platform, and like I've said to you the last few weeks, Leo Banking is for the long term. We're not allowing that to be a buy or sell ownership area yet. The buy and sell area for the more short term and the more sort of fun trading in the day-to-day is LEOcoin. Leo Banking is for the long term. So you have less than 2 days to qualify under Route 1 for your free tickets to Mauritius. Get it done. There's only going to be 300 people there, and you need to be, we'll probably do some special recognition for the people who qualified under the different ways to get there, and so there'll be a bonus for you as well if you do that, because I kind of like to people do hard work. We want to say thank you, and we can say thank you better than any other company in the direct selling industry. That's the Leo thank you. Get your people to the live seminars that I mentioned for you, your team, your guests. Get the member bonus while you can and qualify for the executive trip by the end of June. So it's all coming together nicely. End of June, end of exclusive member bonus, end of Mauritius qualification. So use the Leo Smart 3.0 because that will turn into the Leo 4.0 soon and get it done. So as a business, we have had so much support. We have so much committed people. We have so many people who resonate with us being an honest company, a long-term company. And so despite what short-term madness grabs people or how people lose sight of their compass for whatever short-term gains they think they can get, we fight the right cause, we fight the right fight, and we are here, and there is no issue whatsoever because we have the right on our side and we have the law on our side, more important. So Dan Anderson, CEO of Leo, never been more excited about our business. I thank you very, very much for your kind attention, and I look forward to speaking to you next week, if not before. Cheers for now. Thanks.